wanting to go to Chicago. I've been wanting to go to Chicago. I would like to go to Chicago. It's only like a 2 hour flight, I believe, from me. Yeah, I believe it's only a 2 or 3 hour flight. Um, Chicago's on my list, and I might be going there for a networking event in the next few months. You ever been to Chicago, Willie?
I have not. I don't really travel
No.
that much. I mean, I would like to travel more, but there's just a lot that goes with it. But yeah, Chicago's a place I would like to
Willie,
visit one
first
time.
question would be, do you have your passport?
Yeah, I have a passport.
Is it expired?
No, it's good until like 2032 or something like that.
Phenomenal. Okay. I need to know just because there's going to be a point, um, not immediately because I'm going to have a kid, but
Yeah.
I'm going to be like shopping around for like these properties that I've been talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That would be phenomenal content.
I would. Yep.
Doing a vlog,
That'd be cool.
hitting the gym, whatever. Obviously, you could have your own room. We're not going to be sharing beds and shit.
Yep. Of course. Pause.
No, no Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
No Diddy. But yeah, bro, that'll be dope. Like a 2 day weekend trip.
Yeah, that's cool. It's definitely possible with you.
You know what I'm saying? Wanda says go to DR. Lots of fitness trainers there. Damn, Wanda. Like if I go to DR, I'm gonna get confused on being Dominican. They try to. I've gone to the Dominican Republic like 3 times. I've been stopped at the airport with like my date that I went there with, and like they literally stopped me from hopping on the plane because they thought that they were trying to like I was trying to escape DR without without a passport. It was crazy. I was like, what the hell? I'm American, G. It was crazy. Night King. Hi, bro. I am from India. What's up, brother? I love India. Talk to me about do you date black women? I don't discriminate. I've dated black women in the past. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, Wanda, like Wanda's dying. I swear to God, like I. But you know what didn't help? Like I was extremely, extremely like black. Like I think it's just my genes, my black genes. Like I literally could go to the sun and I'll turn Akon like the first 5 minutes. Is crazy. And then that plus like I was in a suit in the airport, and then all of a sudden they start checking my pockets. They're like, "Yo, bro, where are you going?" They speaking to me in Spanish. I'm like, "Yo, like I speak English. What are you talking about?" It happened, my brother. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't see color. Same here, sir. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be, bro. Give Aston. Give me a crazy, a crazy black woman date story. I have one, but I want to hear yours. Type it up, bro. What that asshole smell like? God damn. What the hell?
Goodness
Jesus
gracious.
Christ.
Damn.
Jesus. That's crazy, bro. There's children on here.
And nobody forced him to say that too. That was free
Yo,
will.
for real. Chobo Voyager. You need baby Jesus. You need to see God. That's what you need. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have a nice little protein. All right, we're 30 minutes in. All right, I'm gonna put a timer here. We're gonna do like 10 minutes left. Okay, because this is pretty lit. Willie, do you have another question?
Oh boy, question.
Wanda says, "When is the baby coming?" Wanda, do you like the baby's liter? The baby's due date was literally yesterday, so it could come whenever. It could literally come whenever. I don't have one. I have someone crazy I once dated from Jersey, who was married twice. Wow, that's crazy. I don't have one. I have someone crazy I once dated from Jersey. That's wild. Yeah, man. People from Jersey are well, some girls from Jersey are pretty crazy. They're a little toxic. Wanda is a girl. I'm gonna be a I'm gonna be a girl dad. I have a baby on the way. I might Wanda, I might go live in the hospital.
For the baby, you're gonna go live?
Hell yeah. Fuck it, why not? Hell yes. I appreciate it, Aston. Thank you so much. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wear my meta glasses. I'm gonna record everything.
Oh yeah, that's smart. Okay, yeah, because when you said that, I thought you meant like having the phone just recording. Yeah, because like they might stop you.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have the meta glasses.
Okay.
hmm You know, Trouble says, yo, I don't even wanna repeat it. What can I do? You can't do anything, G. He just offered me $100. No, absolutely not. Is your finance good with that going live? What do you mean? What is your finance?
Fiance, maybe. I don't know. He meant to
Oh,
say.
maybe.
Maybe he meant to say fiance.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she's gonna be busy, Wanda. I think the last thing she's gonna be worried about is going live, right? Bobby Chacon says, say something racist. That's racist. That's a little racist saying that.
I would say a lot, but I would get it canceled. But then again, I don't think they know what I look like, so it could work. But I'll save that for another day.
All right. What ethnicity what ethnicity do you think Willie is? That's like not racist, but like it's like
No, they're gonna know by my voice. I think.
nah, I doubt it. I doubt it. You know what? That's a good topic. Chat. What ethnicity do you think Willie the videographer is? And that's his last name, by the way, the videographer.
Yep.
Wanda is nosy. Wanda's my client. That's my girl. Trouble says time and place. $100. Get to protect United. God damn. That's crazy. Damn. Aston said African American. How do you know Aston? Wanda says Mexican. Willie, say talking Spanish, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe he's one of those like Gen Z Spanish people that is Hispanic but doesn't speak Spanish. You know what? I hate those. Like you should be bilingual. If you're Hispanic, you should know how to
Yeah.
speak Spanish, right?
True. True.
You know that's wild. Why can't you do that? And you know what? You know what's crazy? What's common is that the Gen Z kids, guy or girl, doesn't matter, but they'll literally say like it's my parents' fault they didn't teach me. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, you don't have YouTube. You like, you know how to roll a blunt, but you can't learn a language. You know how to curse, but you can't learn a language. You know how to talk shit, but you can't speak another language. That's wild.
Well, my generation, they find that more important than actually sitting down and learning something.
Actually, absolutely. It's sad. Wanda says my kids don't speak it. Wanda, what are we doing, Wanda? Why not? Aston Aston of course says bilingual means two. Yeah, two languages. That's
Hmm.
why is it your fault, Wanda? I want you to tell me. Swag says I need to talk for real. I'm struggling. Talk to me, bro. Wanda says English was the main language here in my house. Wanda, listen. When I was growing up in a Spanish household, I would only speak English. But when I got in trouble, my mom would just turn into like a Spanish monster and yell at me in Spanish. You should have done the same. You know? Swag, I'm trying to help you, but You're not telling me what the issue is. We have 4 minutes left. Willie, do we have any other questions? One more question, Willie.
You should explain to them what these two props are.
Mm. Swag says Ozzy Osbourne dress side. Yeah, isn't that crazy? You know what? Because TikTok is lit right now, I'm gonna sing an Ozzy Osbourne song. You ready?
Oh God.
You ready? All my life I am on the top. I don't wanna stop. What? On the chat, what song is that? Wanda says my oldest actually understands it, but only speaks it with my mom only because she makes him. Good. Your mom is smart, Wanda. Come on. All right. Put a one on the chat. Put a one on the chat if you want me to explain these two things and you
Yep,
want
I
a
hear
small
you.
little education 2-minute seminar
Perfect.
about
Yes.
muscle, fat, and
Phenomenal.
sugar.
Love it. Okay.
Muscle, fat, and sugar. 2-minute explanation. Put a one on the chat. Give me number one. Put a number one on the chat. Put a number one on the chat. Oh yeah, Mike says one. Wanda says one. Let's do it. Okay. Let's do it. You guys asked for it. Someone says, "Do you smoke crack?" Absolutely not. I retired. I only smoke cigars. Okay, so guys, this is muscle, this is fat, and let's call this. Donnie says one as well. Love it. This is sugar. Got it? So let's say this control remote is insulin. Insulin. And it's your body's Uber to transport sugar throughout your body into these two options right here. Right? So let's say my girl, one of my clients here, Donnie, Wanda, Mike, I used to train your son. Let's say you sleep well, you eat well, and you work out, you do strength training 3 times a week. Insulin, your body's Uber of sugar, will pick up the pasta, the bread, or the rice you eat and will transport it to muscle and drop it off. Right? And continue to drop it off so that you can build more muscle. Does that make sense? More muscle. The Uber will pick up the carbs and the sugar and the bread, whatever the case may be. If you're doing all the things correct, insulin will carry the carbohydrates to muscle so that you can continue growing this. However, if you don't sleep well, if you do not eat well, or you starve yourself and you don't eat, and you don't work out at all, what insulin does is pick up the pasta or the rice or the chicken fried rice or the KFC or the Chinese food, the shrimp lo mein or the fettuccine alfredo from fucking Applebee's. This is what's going to happen. Insulin will pick up all the pasta, will go to the muscle and say, you know what? The muscle doesn't need it. So insulin will transport it to the fat. And guess what grows if insulin continues dropping off the sugar to the fat? Your belly starts growing. Your arms start growing. You start having bingo arms. You start having bingo arms. You start having a fupa. And you start gaining weight. And that is exactly why you want to make sure you are always, always, always sleeping well, eating well, and doing strength training. because you want insulin, your body's Uber, to transport all the pasta, all the bread, all the sugar to the muscle because it's the Uber so that your muscle could grow. But because you've been eating like trash, sleeping like trash, and doing horribly, and drinking alcohol, okay, the sugar, the body's Uber, is transporting more and more pasta and bread and sugar onto fat. And that's why your stomach is still this big. And it's growing every single week. That's what happens. So let me tell you this. After this explanation, do you think carbohydrates are bad for you? On the chat, after this explanation, do you think carbohydrates are bad for you? No, carbohydrates are not bad for you. It's how you use the carbs. How you use the carbs. If you use the carbs correctly, it is extremely beneficial to grow this. You need to do everything right. If you don't do anything right, this is going to grow. It's not the carbs' fault, it's your fault. It's your fault, it's your fault. So be responsible and work out, sleep well, and you can enjoy your carbs. Just make sure you're doing it correctly. Telegram says, I know this because I am a nurse. Absolutely. Carbs aren't bad, moderation. Absolutely, exactly. Michelle Nava. Who's Michelle Nava? How you doing, Michelle? Michelle says, I was a weak ass in high school. Yo, I really was. It was crazy. Aquaze. I don't know who Aquaze is. Brian, you weren't acting like that when I punched you out in high school. I don't believe I fought anyone in high school. Inside high school. Whose name was Aquaze. But much love, bro. I appreciate it. Matter of fact, if you did and I don't remember, I appreciate it because you built this and you built this. So I'm sending love wherever you are, bro. Appreciate it. And Michelle Nava, I appreciate you too. That's how hard you got socked out. I've actually never been knocked out. You probably are confusing me with some other bald kid. That's pretty funny. Wanda says, but there are two types of carbs. Does it matter? Wanda, that is a phenomenal question. And I'm going to answer it as simple as this. You ready? You cannot worry about the details if you're not fixing or acknowledging the bigger picture. It's almost like when you're about to buy a house. If you're about to buy a house, but you're worrying and asking about the color of the kitchen, why the hell are you going to be worrying about the color of the kitchen? And why the hell are you going to be thinking about the color of the kitchen and stressing about the color of the kitchen before you even buy the house yet? You have to buy the house yet. You have to buy the house and then you can worry about that. You need to be aware of this and do the 3 things that I told you correctly. And then you can start worrying about the simple carbs or the complex carbs, the 2 different types of carbs that you're referring to. That's a phenomenal question. Very good. He says, "Come on, G." I'm Aquaze. I don't. Aquaze, what's your real name, bro? Why don't you tell me your real name? Maybe I'll remember. I remember our conversation last week where you wanted a person in your family named Jack. Still no Jacks in sight, so you're just a jack off right now. That's pretty funny. Cut the shit. What else? People shit in the streets in America. Yeah, man. There's a lot of homeless people there. It's crazy. Maybe buy a house doesn't have a kitchen. Maybe buy a house that doesn't have a kitchen. Yeah, or that. Yeah, or that. Or that. Michelle Nava says, "I got proof." That's dope, girl. Message me, or guy. I don't know what the picture looks like. Why don't you send me the proof, or post the proof. Do it. Love it. All right, guys. Time's up. I love you all. It's been phenomenal. I appreciate it. All right, Willie, you got any closing thoughts?
Just want to say thank you for joining the test run that we
Mm.
are doing because he will have a lot more, I'm going to say, it, bigger people on this podcast that he's going to be doing. So this was
Oh
just
yeah,
a cool little test run just to get the ball rolling.
absolutely. Thanks, Willie. All right, people. Appreciate y'all.